If you're a collector, you've probably encountered a surprisingly common problem: keeping track of everything. Maybe you collect coins, maybe it's stamps, trading cards, comic books, sports memorabilia, vintage toys, watches, art, historical objects, or perhaps your collection doesn't fit neatly into any traditional category at all. As collections grow, so does the information surrounding them. You may want to record what you own, organize items into categories, add photographs, document important details, keep track of acquisition information, maintain pricing information, or simply create a better record of your collection. That's where My Premium Collection comes in. MPC is a digital platform designed around collectors and their collections. Instead of thinking about your collection simply as objects sitting in cabinets, albums, boxes, shelves, or storage units, MPC gives you the opportunity to build a structured digital representation of your collection. And that's what we're focusing on today: organizing your entire collection. We're going to explore how a collector can begin creating their collection on MPC, add and organize items, maintain information, and gradually build a useful digital record. Because the goal isn't simply put your collection online. The bigger goal is know what you own, understand what you own, keep the information organized, and create something that can grow alongside your physical collection. Before we focus specifically on organizing a collection, let's understand the bigger idea behind MPC. At its core, My Premium Collection is designed to provide collectors with a central environment for maintaining their collections digitally. A collector might have one collection, or several completely different collections. You could collect stamps and coins, vintage toys and trading cards, movie memorabilia and autographs, or hundreds of items belonging to one extremely specialized collecting niche. The important thing is that your digital organization should reflect your collection, rather than forcing every collector into exactly the same structure. Once you've created your MPC account, you can begin building your collection records. Depending on the information available for an item, that may involve recording details about the collectible, adding images, categorizing it, and maintaining information associated with it. Over time, this creates something extremely useful: a searchable, structured digital inventory. Instead of asking, "Do I already own that one?" you can check. Instead of trying to remember, "When did I buy this?" you can consult your records. Instead of searching through several spreadsheets and folders for information relating to one collectible, you can maintain the information alongside the item, and your MPC account can evolve as your collection evolves. You acquire something? Add it. You discover more information? Update the record. You take better photographs? Improve the entry. Something changes? Update your collection. That creates a completely different relationship between the physical collection and the information surrounding it. Your objects remain physical, but the knowledge about those objects becomes organized digitally. Imagine you've been collecting for 15 years. You started with 5 items, then 20, then 50, then 200. Eventually, your collection spreads across different rooms, albums, boxes, or storage locations. Meanwhile, the information about those items might be somewhere else entirely. Some details are in a spreadsheet. Purchase confirmations are buried in email. Photographs are sitting on your phone. Other information exists only in your memory, and some records were never created at all. Now imagine discovering an interesting collectible for sale. You think, "I don't have that." You buy it. Then 6 months later, you open a box and discover you already owned one. That's a simple example, but it demonstrates a bigger problem. Poor organization reduces visibility, and once a collection becomes large enough, memory alone becomes an unreliable collection management system. Traditional spreadsheets can certainly help, but they can also become complicated. One sheet for stamps, another for coins, separate image folders, different naming conventions, missing fields, duplicate entries. And when your collection changes, maintaining everything can become a project of its own. MPC is designed to provide a more structured approach. Instead of treating every collectible as an isolated object, you can build a digital record around it. That means the collection becomes something you can navigate, maintain, and develop. The objective isn't technology for technology's sake. It's much simpler. Make your collection easier to understand. Now let's look at how the process could work for an active MPC collector. Step 1. Enter your collection area. After signing into My Premium Collection, navigate to your collection area. Think of this as the digital home for your collectibles. This is where you begin moving from "I own lots of things" to "I have an organized collection." Depending on your collection structure, you can begin creating and maintaining the records that represent what you own. Step 2. Create your collection structure. Before entering hundreds of collectibles, think about organization. What exactly do you collect? Suppose you collect stamps. You might have British stamps, German stamps, American stamps, colonial stamps, first day covers, rare errors, or perhaps you prefer organizing them by period, country, theme, or another method meaningful to you. A trading card collector might think differently. They may organize around sport, player, team, set, year, manufacturer, or card type. The point is not that there's one universally correct structure. The point is to create a structure that helps you understand your collection. Step 3. Add an item. Now let's add a collectible. Select the appropriate option to create an item record. This is where the physical object begins getting its digital identity. Depending on the collectible and available fields, you can record relevant information describing the item. For example, item name, category description, relevant dates, condition, acquisition information, pricing information, images, and other identifying details. Don't think of these simply as database fields. Each piece of information answers a future question. What is it? Where does it belong? What's special about it? When did I acquire it? What did I record about its condition? The better your information, the more useful your digital collection can become. Step 4. Add photographs. Images can be incredibly important for collection records. A photograph allows you to identify the actual item you own, rather than simply recording the name of an item. Consider 2 records. Record number 1 says 1960s vintage watch. Record number 2 contains the name, several photographs, condition information, acquisition details, and descriptive information. Which one will be more useful 5 years from now? Exactly. When possible, photograph important details: front, back, packaging, serial or reference information where appropriate, distinctive marks, condition issues, certificates, or relevant accompanying materials. You're not simply creating a pretty gallery, you're documenting your collection. Step 5. Review the record. Before moving on, review what you've entered. Check the name, check the category, check the images, check the description, check the acquisition and other information you've chosen to maintain. Consistency matters. If one record says excellent, another says EXC, and another says really good condition, your records become harder to compare later. A little consistency today can make a large collection considerably easier to navigate tomorrow. Step 6. Save and continue building. Once the information is ready, save the collectible. And now something important has happened. You've created one digital record, but one record isn't the collection. The power comes from repetition. Add the next item, then another, then another. Gradually, your physical collection develops a corresponding digital structure. And that means your collection information becomes something you can return to and maintain over time. Here's where things become more interesting. A digital collection shouldn't simply answer, "What do I own?" It should help you understand the collection itself. Imagine having 800 collectibles. A simple list containing 800 names is better than nothing. But organization can make that information substantially more useful. Categories help create structure. Search and filtering can help you locate relevant records. Images can make identification easier. Consistent item information can improve comparison. Pricing information can add another layer of collection knowledge. Import and export capabilities can also become particularly useful for collectors who already maintain records outside the platform or want greater flexibility around their collection information. And MPC's broader collection functionality means you aren't simply creating a static archive that you complete once and forget. Your collection can continue changing. Imagine this progression. You create your account, You begin adding your most important collectibles. You organize them. You add photographs. You improve descriptions. You add more items. You update existing records. You review information as your collection develops. Over months and years, that digital collection can become increasingly representative of what you actually own. And that is the key difference between creating a quick list and maintaining a collection management system. One records today's collection, the other grows with tomorrow's. Let's put everything together. Meet Daniel. Daniel has collected coins for approximately 12 years. He owns around 450 pieces. Some are stored in albums, others are encapsulated. Some are in presentation cases, and several purchases are still sitting in their original dealer packaging. Daniel knows his collection reasonably well, but there's a problem. The collection has reached the point where reasonably well isn't enough. He has an old spreadsheet. Some photographs are stored on his computer, others are on his phone. Purchase information is scattered across emails, and several coins have almost no documentation. So Daniel begins building his collection on MPC. He doesn't try to catalog all 450 coins in one evening. Instead, he starts with 20 important pieces. For each one, he creates a record. He adds the relevant information. He uploads photographs. He categorizes the coin. He reviews the record. Then he saves it. The following weekend, he adds another 20. Gradually, the digital collection grows. Then something interesting happens. Daniel stops thinking of cataloging as a massive one-time project. It becomes part of collecting. Buy something, document it. Discover new information, update it. Take better photographs, improve the record. Review the collection, check MPC. 6 months later, Daniel hasn't simply created an online list. He's built a much clearer picture of his collection. And when he's considering another purchase, he has somewhere structured to check what he already owns. That's the practical value. MPC isn't organizing the physical coins for Daniel. It's helping Daniel organize the information surrounding his collection. And for a serious collector, that information can become incredibly valuable. If you're planning to organize your collection using MPC, here are 5 ways to get more from it. Tip 1. Start small. Don't look at 2,000 collectibles and think, I have to catalog all of these today. You don't. Start with 10 or 20. Perhaps begin with your favorites or your most important items. Build the habit first. Tip 2. Use consistent information. Consistency becomes increasingly important as the collection grows. Try to use the same naming approach, the same categorization logic, the same style for condition information, the same general photography process. Future you will appreciate it. Tip 3. Don't ignore photographs. Your collection records aren't merely rows of text. Good photographs can make records significantly more useful. Create a repeatable photography process and capture the details that matter for your type of collectible. Tip 4. Update your collection. A collection is rarely finished. You buy, you sell, you discover. You research, your interests change, your knowledge improves. Your records should be able to evolve too. When something changes, update the relevant information. Tip 5. Make cataloging part of collecting. This may be the most useful habit of all. When a new collectible arrives, don't tell yourself, I'll catalog that later, because later has a remarkable habit of becoming 6 months. Instead, create a routine. Acquire, inspect, photograph, record, organize, enjoy. That turns collection organization from an enormous future project into a normal part of the hobby. New user challenge. If you've never used MPC before, here's your challenge. Visit my premium collection. Create your account. Open your collection area. Choose one collection. Add your first 10 collectibles. Upload images. Complete as much useful information as you can. Then look at those 10 records together. That's the beginning of your digital collection. Not someday, today. So, what have we learned? My premium collection is designed for collectors who want a more structured way to maintain information about what they own. Instead of relying entirely on memory, scattered photographs, spreadsheets, and disconnected records, collectors can begin building a central digital representation of their collection. You can create collection records, organize items, add information, upload photographs, maintain your records, and continue developing the collection as your physical collection changes. But remember the most important idea from today's episode. You don't have to catalog everything at once. Start with one item, then 10, then 50, because every properly documented collectible makes your digital collection a little more complete. If your collection has become difficult to keep track of, or if you simply want to start organizing it properly before it gets there, MPC is worth exploring. Visit My Premium Collection and start building your digital collection. And if you found this walkthrough useful, subscribe to the My Premium Collection YouTube channel. Every week, we'll put another MPC capability under the spotlight and show you what it does, how it works, and how collectors can use it. And before we finish, there's one more thing worth knowing. My Premium Collection is part of the wider MP Nerds ecosystem. MP Nerds develops and operates digital platforms, specialist websites, and online resources covering areas including collections, services, governance, learning, contracts, business, and knowledge. Each platform has its own purpose. Each has its own audience. And here on My Premium Collection, the focus remains firmly on one thing: helping collectors build better organized digital collections. So tell us in the comments, what do you collect? Coins, stamps, trading cards, comics, watches, memorabilia, something completely different? And here's an even bigger question. How many items are currently in your collection? 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000? Drop your answer in the comments and tell us which MPC feature you'd like us to explain next. Visit My Premium Collection to explore the platform. Subscribe for next week's walkthrough. And we'll see you in the next episode of My Premium Collection Explained. Organize it, document it, understand it, build your collection.